More and more we can feel authoritarian tendencies even in Western societies. Governments are increasingly beholden to lobbyists and business interests, rather than listening to the voices of the people. I was reading about a brave man from the Soviet Union, and I thought you might be interested in knowing his story. In the heart of Moscow, during the chilling days of the Soviet regime, there lived a man named Viktor Pestov. Viktor was a visionary, a man who refused to bow before the oppressive forces that ruled over his homeland. As a young and passionate activist, he had a dream that seemed nothing short of impossible: to free Russia from the iron grip of the Soviet government. With unwavering determination, he formed a clandestine group known as Free Russia. Viktor's group consisted of like-minded individuals who were tired of living in fear, tired of their voices being silenced by a regime that ruled with an iron fist. They believed in the power of democracy, in the freedom to express their thoughts and opinions without fear of persecution. Under Viktor's leadership, Free Russia began to spread its message of hope and change throughout the country. They disseminated underground pamphlets, organized secret meetings, and even managed to broadcast their ideals over clandestine radio waves. As their influence grew, so did the fear of the KGB, the dreaded Soviet secret police. Viktor understood the risks they were taking, but he believed that the fight for freedom was worth it. He often quoted the famous words of Alexander Solzhenitsyn: "The battle line between good and evil runs through the heart of every man." Viktor was determined to be on the side of good, no matter the cost. But the KGB was relentless. They tracked Free Russia's activities, infiltrated their meetings, and hunted down members one by one. Viktor and his comrades were always on the run, constantly changing safe houses to avoid capture. Then one fateful day, as Viktor was preparing for another underground broadcast, the KGB finally closed in on him. The secret police stormed the apartment where he was hiding, and Viktor was arrested, handcuffed, and taken away. His imprisonment was brutal and harsh. Viktor endured months of interrogation and torture, but he refused to betray his comrades or his ideals. Even in the darkest moments of despair, he clung to the belief that one day Russia would be free. Word of Viktor's arrest spread like wildfire, and it galvanized the members of Free Russia. They intensified their efforts, inspired by Viktor's unwavering courage. They knew they had to continue the fight, even in the face of overwhelming odds. Years passed, and the world outside the Soviet Union began to change. The Cold War came to an end, and the Iron Curtain started to lift. As the Soviet Union crumbled, the people of Russia tasted a brief moment of freedom. Viktor Pestov was released from prison, a sad but unbroken man. He had survived the worst of the Soviet regime, and now he could see the light at the end of the tunnel. Viktor Pestov's life was a testament to the enduring human spirit. He had fought for freedom against impossible odds, and he continued to fight, not only for Russia, but for all those who yearned for a world where governments truly served the people. His story was a reminder that the battle for freedom was ongoing, and that the fight was worth every sacrifice.